Hello everybody. I'll be honest, I've recorded this a lot of times because I got a new phone. I don't think it really focuses right. Like I cannot get it to focus on my orchid. Like if I put this here. Oh. Okay, so this this will work a lot better. So I have a lot to talk about. It's been 6 months since I recorded a video. A lot has happened. So I went on a trip to Florida, and in Florida, I bought 3 new orchids. Very exciting. I bought the Lady of the Night. Unfortunately, she died. She was on a piece of cork. I didn't water her enough, and then she was also fighting a fungal infection, and then she just turned all black, and it was horrible. It was horrible. She died. So I don't know if maybe the Florida environment is nicer for them because they don't get as stressed. I don't know. Pardon me. Then I also bought a BLC key lime, which had these gorgeous, like, the lips were white with these dark pomegranate colored spots, and then the leaves were like this, not really minty, but like that fresh new growth green. It was super, super pretty. I loved it, but the smell during the daytime, it did smell like key lime pie, very exciting, but like as soon as the light started to fade and the smell got a lot stronger, it smelled like roach poison. I was not a fan of how it smelled after the light got dim at all. It really smelled like chemical. So I don't know if it was stressed or if it really if I do not like the citrusy smells at all. Then I got one more. I got the Oncidium Sherry Baby, the chocolate orchid, and there was only one there, and it was buried amongst a whole bunch of other Oncidiums that looked exactly the same, like flowers were the same. So I can't remember what they were at this point, but like some orchid that looked the same. So I don't know why I was compelled to flip through everything, but he said the second he gets them in, he sells them out. So I'll show that one to you. I already got it repotted, and the camera will just focus. How neat is that? Wait, maybe I have to cover my face. I don't know, it's a Google phone, and I feel like Google's too smart at this point. But here it is. This one was matured, and it had its flower spike coming off of this guy. And when I got it, this one was developing, this growth here. But then by the time I got it home, or I guess like a few weeks after I got it home, it grew for a while and then stopped. And then now it's developing this great big one, and it's still developing this one. So hopefully this one will develop all the way and become a matured plant. And there is a lot of new growth. So if you can see here, is it gonna focus? Yeah! There's a bright green root, and then somewhere around the edge, there's a little green, oh my gosh, does it know my face? That's so weird. But there's a little green root there. How cute! So this one I'm excited about. I did a bit of research. I believe that these wrinkles here are because of underwatering, and I just recently moved, so I probably have just. Did you hear that crack? Great. This happens every single time I record a video. I break something on one of my plants. But yeah, I think I probably did just underwater it for a little while. I'm gonna tilt my camera up a little bit. I think it's just I keep bumping that. Okay. So that's my Oncidium. Then I got one orchid off of Facebook Marketplace. I'll show you that one. It was $10, but I was so excited to get a Marketplace orchid because I kept checking Marketplace for orchids. I literally tipped the girl. I tipped some random woman on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was $10, and I gave her $15, and I was like, please keep it. The orchid looks so good. The orchid looks so wonderful. So I tipped a random lady. When I got it, the roots were going insane. They were going crazy. Every week she would just spray it with Miracle Grow from Walmart. I stopped doing that. It's still growing and it's still pretty happy, but not like it was. It has a lot of purplish coloring, like at the very base, and on the end of the leaves, they come out more of that. The tips are more purple than they are like bright green when they start growing, so I think it's going to be a purple colored orchid, but I have no idea. She didn't say on the listing and didn't tell me when I picked it up from her, so I don't know. I'm struggling with, I'll talk a little bit more about it, but I'm struggling with bugs a little bit all around here, but I'll explain it later. But that is my Facebook one. Oh, the pot is a 3D printed pot that my little brother made me. I like the look of the pot. I think it's very funky, but the issue is like Lica and little bark pieces fall out really easily. So the issue I have with it is like, I can't, like watering it stresses me out because I don't know. I'm just scared I'm going to lose all my Lica. Because there's a ball of Lica right there. Okay, well now it's not going to fall out because I said something, but anyway, that's that one. Then, if you'll excuse me, I must take a drink of my coffee. Then I got a lot of seedling updates, like an insane amount of seedling updates. One of them died. One of my seedlings died. 1 second, I'm gonna go and grab it. I lied to you. I really had to break wind. So I turned my camera off. Anyway, one of them died. My cymbidium died. I think I wasn't able to provide enough water, and I wasn't that interested in it. I think it was, I don't know. I think I might try a cymbidium again in the future, but that one was not making me feel very happy, you know? So I tried to take off a dead leaf and the entire crown just fell off. So I kind of felt relieved. Sometimes I'd rather something just die than keep dragging on. You know what I mean? So one of them died, so I have 5 left because we had, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost another seedling at some point. Which one did I lose? Oh, no, I do have 6. Okay. One of them is just not... Ugh. I'll start with that one. Let me grab that one. So this is the one that I've had mounted. And the wood that I mounted it to, I knew it would eventually, like, mold and rot, but, like, this house that I'm in is really prone to mold. Like, really bad. I'm struggling with it on many orchids. So, it had new root growth. So, like, this root had climbed its way around, but now it's, like, just hanging on for dear life. And it's still fighting. So, I need to pull it off here and put it in its own little pot. Like, desperately I need to do that because this is really horrible. It's really not happy, and it's just gross. I don't know. So, this was my green genies that's been on the bark, but I don't know. And I do forget to water it. I'll just water it right now. I don't know. That's another one that I'm not a fan of. And I'm sure if I put it in a nicer pot, I'd be more of a fan of it, but I just don't take the time because I'm not a fan of it. One moment. Oops. I dropped a crumble. Sorry, I have cookie dough. Next up on the list, I'll just go down. I've got a whole bunch of them in a window. I'll go down the list and show you all the updates. This first one, I believe, is I lost my labels. So I believe this is my Thong Suck Delight. Doesn't look very crazy, but it does have, whoa! It does have, finally, a new growth started at the base. Hopefully you can see that. Right down in there on this larger growth, right down at the base. It's kind of a darker color, but it is starting to develop in there. Hopefully you got a good look at it. Oh, sorry about the focusing, it's really not. Oh, there, you can kind of see. Well, you probably can see it, but anyway. That's this one. And again, I hate this area that I'm in. It like just molds, everything molds. And it had a root breaking out, but I guess I put it in there wrong and it got crushed. Poor guy. But really exciting for me to see this one actually doing something. A lot of my other orchids you'll see I have really exciting updates on, but this one took a long time to start growing. So hopefully it still keeps taking off and getting a lot bigger. So this one next is one of my dendrobiums. Look at that! You guys haven't seen any, I just remembered you guys have not seen any updates. So the dendrobium, I believe this is the Karen X compactum. Yep. It has a whole new growth. I don't think it's matured yet. It's putting its own roots out. It's kind of leaning towards the light, so I need to turn it around so it kind of pops back up. But it has green and it has roots, and it looks so cute. But I think it's still maturing, because I believe like dendrobiums will put out like a terminal leaf. I don't think it's every dendrobium, but I think eventually I'll get one leaf that's like really straight up and down. I think. So I don't know how tall this is gonna get. I don't know what its matured size is, but it is just so refreshing to see fresh green, like alive material in here. I'm just so thrilled. And it's got new roots. If you look down in this hole here, oops, I showed my face. It's got new roots growing and no mold in this pot. Oh, there is mold in this pot. This house, I have a hydrometer. Let me read what the reading is right now. Right now it's 52% humidity in here. The entire house, there's mold. There's just mold. And it's getting into my orchids, and I'm like praying that it's not gonna do anything to them because it's just small bits of mold. I'll show you one of my orchids that has like a bigger piece of it. It's just really frustrating. Because I'm bringing my whole collection in here and I've just got like mold and, oh, I didn't tell you my oncidium, when I watered it the other day, 2 like full bugs, those like nasty little bugs that have the little prongs on their butt. 2 of them came out of there. So there's bugs living in my orchids now. But it's part of life. It's part of life. This one next, I have 2 air plants in here. I'll show you my little air plants. They are thirsty. But I got 2 air plants when I was in Florida. Just itty bitty guys. I took them off a tree. I don't know if that's legal. If it's not legal, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. But I took 2 tiny little air plants. And I have a little figurine of a character from a show about like flowers that kill you. So I'm going to put them on that guy. But for now, they just sit in this orchid pot with my Nacorn Chai Delight, which, spoiler alert, has a new growth that is taller than the whole rest of the plant. Look at this! Yeah! It is huge! Huge! Look at that! And I never pot them upright so they actually grow straight, like I feel like everybody's leaning. But he's huge! And I don't think he's matured yet because he's still getting taller. But he's so beautiful! And he's got a little bit of purple in here, which means he's getting good light. Because that's a concern I have is like with the Cattleyas, I want him to be able to have plenty of light. I don't really see that he's pushing out his own roots yet. But there are growing, like actively growing roots in the pot. So, I'm just over the moon with this because this is, of my seedlings, this one and one other are like the ones I'm most excited for because I think I saw somebody say this smells like Fanta, and the blooms on this are rich and orangey red and they're gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see this. And as far as I can tell, it really likes how I care for it, and I get really, really excited when my orchids enjoy me. So that's that one. The next one on the list is my golden spider. And it has been growing its growth. Woo! So a couple of issues. You see more of the wrinkling because I neglected to water it for a little while. I think days just fly by. When I'm working nights, days just like, I just lose track of days really quickly. it's putting out its own roots, and you can see a tiny little root forming right there. Ooh, every time I show my face, it focuses on my face. And yes, I don't see that it's forming like another eye, so oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Is that a root? I think that's a root. Yep, that's a root. Guys, I'm doing it. I'm picking at it. Yep. Oh! He might be swelling or forming roots. Ugh, this is just, it's thrilling. It is so exciting to see, like, my orchids developing. So, yes, that's a little root forming. Root. And I'm assuming that's another root. Yep. But no eyes forming. But there's my new growth. Yay! And I don't know the matured size of this guy. I mean, obviously he's not near as big as this one was, and this one used to have big leaves, so still got a ways to go, but he's just pushing out all these roots. I'm so happy. But with the size of him right now, I feel like he's gonna need an upgrade quick. And you can see the roots taken off. But I don't know. I don't know if this pot's really gonna last me as long as I would want it to, because he is pushing out roots. Like, there's 3 roots developing on him, and they're developing kind of high. Like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it knows like where the soil is, so it's just pushing them out on that side, but I don't know, it feels really high. But I'm really thrilled, and I really love the thick stems on the oncidiums. They're just like thick and girthy. I don't know. Thick. Anyway, then moving on to the last of my seedlings, I have the Dendrobium, I can't remember. I think this is the Dolly Featherhill one. And this one's really exciting because these were my little rocks. And it has grown a new growth, matured that growth, and started a new growth. So, this one I'm really, really happy with. I just watered it. So we'll take it out, but you can see that one is the developed one. And then tucked down, hopefully you can see the new growth. He's kind of hiding under the leaf here. Hopefully you can see that guy. You can! Isn't he so cute? Oh. He's just a little guy growing. He's working hard. How cute! So I don't know how big he's gonna get, but it has been a thrill to grow these. Oh, maybe. Oh. See, I gotta stop touching my orchids. I just feel like, oh, okay, this will be better. Now you can see it better. Oh, you see him? Get out of the way. There he is! Oh, what a cutie pie. What a cutie pie. So, I don't know how tall this one gets. I don't know, like, I don't have a fork, which is fine. I mean, I think he's so little. I don't know if he could really handle a fork, but I'm over the moon. I am just so thrilled that I already have like 2 new growths on something. I don't know. It's very rewarding, and it makes me feel like I'm doing it right. And especially on my rocks, it's really exciting to see that they have green on them instead of just being like these dried up pebbles that I just dump liquid on and pray for the best. But yes, I'm so excited about this, and hopefully it will grow, and yes, I'm super excited. So now I have some less exciting updates. Well, I have a little list today. Okay, so I have some less exciting updates, but still exciting, and then at the very end, if you are somebody who is subscribed to my channel, you'll know that that I had a orchid in spike. It is in bloom, so I will show the blooms at the end. This is the baby orchid that came from my big one, and this is a new leaf here. It's really thirsty right now. I really need to water it. But this one back here is not doing anything. I don't know if it still even has a live root attached to it, because these are my twins. I don't know. I think it does. Like I can see a root coming off and the root still looks viable, but oh my gosh, was I even holding it in frame? I don't know if it's really gonna do much, that little one in the back, but the one up front is pushing out nice new growth. Yippee! But I just wish the other one would put out a root. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel kind of bad. Yep, that's these two. And they have been chewed on, but that's old news. This one here. But that is my baby, and it's very exciting because they just were stagnant for a long time. But now they're developing. In these guys behind me on the microwave, I have one of the worst cases of mold in one of my orchids. But not in the one in the glass. Not the one that has no drainage. That one's fine. Never mind, there is mold in there. This one, same old, same old. Nothing's going on. It started developing a spike and then didn't do anything, so I don't know. It just sits and it just doesn't do anything ever. Then my intensive care unit orchid. Look at all these roots. Roots everywhere. Roots galore. There's just roots on roots on roots. It does have a yellowing leaf. I'm just going to let it die. It's normal for that one on the bottom to die. And these two are new leaves. So again, it's not really growing to its full potential, but hopefully it will. And it is curving. I don't know if you can really see. It is like, the top is like trying to get to that light desperately. It wants light badly. But it's very exciting to see it developing lots of roots, lots of leaves, and still being alive and growing. And you can see them growing down the side. Very, very thrilling. Then this one is the one with mold. The one in my frog pot. And it does have drainage. I just keep it in a decorative pot, but it doesn't, like, the decorative pot is not, it doesn't block airflow. Like, there's still a gap. This place is just, like, there's mold spores everywhere, and I keep airing out the place, and it just is not helping. But this guy is, like, my craziest one. I guess I would, since you haven't seen it in a while, I haven't looked at it, like, base up and realized how many leaves it has. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 now. Why does it have so many leaves? Jeez. This is the one that I'm really hoping goes to bloom. I haven't seen its blooms in almost 2 years. Oh my gosh, has it been almost 2? I think it's been 2 years since I got this guy. But he is very full of roots. And up top, you can see new roots developing right at the base. Very exciting, but no flower spike. As far as I can see. Yep, no flower spike. And this one does have purple blooms. I think they're like either solid purple or they're like that kind of purpley with some lighter dots, but doing very, oh. I don't know why that root is pink on the end. If anybody knows why a root would be pink, let me know. Why is it pink? Maybe it's just the anthocyanin because it's kind of the same shade as like the purple on it. Hopefully. But yeah, lots of new growth, very exciting. And I mean, this pot is just like, this plant is huge, like, and it's so set in there, I could just hang it on the wall like this. I mean, if I shook it, it would fall out, maybe, but I don't know, it's kind of cute like that, isn't it? Have it just like hanging off the wall. It's kind of cute. Maybe I don't know, I might, but it's cute. It's like, it doesn't look like a Vanda, but it's getting so many leaves. Like, if I stuck it to the wall like this, I think somebody would think it was a Vanda. I love this little orchid. But at the bottom, I haven't watered it because I was hoping that it would like dry out that mold. I'm not sure if you can see. Well, now I forgot where it even is because okay. On this here, there's like mold all along the inside, and if I turn it, do you see that darkness there? There's mold on the inside. Oh my gosh, my orchid just started falling out. I guess it's not as set in there as I thought. Get back in there. Whoa. She's really, like, she is tilted. She's trying to get out. Maybe I need to put her on the wall so that some weight gets taken off the leaves, because there's, oh, that's all damage. I thought she just crushed one of her roots. No, one of her roots has just got scarring on it because she's always leaning. Isn't that cute? Oh, sorry, I'm just excited about it. But it's very frustrating to have mold. It is very frustrating. Especially on an orchid like this, where I'm very happy with how my care is going and how the plant looks, and it's stunning and lovely, and then I just have to deal with the fact that it is molding. So I'm going back to resting it on the frog's head because it lifts the pot just up a little bit more. But even at that, like, if I put it down like this, there's still big air gaps around the base of the frog. Like, it's not like it should be getting moldy in there. But my plant is so leaned that it's, at this point, I kind of structurally safer to rest it on the frog. And it brings the emo frog back. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. So, I don't know. I like the emo frog. He's goofy. Anyway, so that's the guys over here. Then, oh, I have one more new orchid I totally forgot about. There's one behind me. I posted this one. I have like a little Snapchat story where I post plants and updates on my plants and things like that. And I posted this on there because this orchid changes colors. Which, there are orchids that like shift colors as they age. So this one, when the blooms first open, they've got like a minty green undertone. And you can still kind of see it on the back of this one. But now it's pretty much all faded. But they open and they're like a minty kind of green. Or not minty, more like limey. And then they fade out into this white color. So I have two spikes here, and then I just took off the supports and tied this one to this one. Isn't that cute? It's like a little orchid Loch Ness monster. Adorable. And this one's doing, it looks really, really good. It's got one leaf down here that's going kind of yellow. That doesn't bother me. But then, like, looking at the base, there's no rot. Look at all those roots in there. All plump and green. And, dude, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And I posted a picture of it, and my aunt texted me, and she said, "You get that orchid. Your love for plants warms my heart." And she says something like she can't keep orchids alive, but she loves to see that I love plants. And then she Venmoed me money to buy this orchid. And it is doing great. Like, it is stunning. It's gorgeous. And it's got beautiful blooms. And they've got like the kind of like, I don't want to say monstrous colors, but like in the mouth, it really looks like a dragon. Because it's got like these dark purpley stripes, and I love orchids that kind of look, they really just look like dragons. Like, that is, dude, no. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I scared myself. I thought I was gonna get eaten alive. But I love that coloring, and the orchid spray is beautiful. It's just gorgeous. I don't know how the heck they get these spikes to be so long. That's a long spike. I don't know if they, like, how do they get it so long? I just thought about that. Why are they so long? Because mine over there, oh, never mind. Mine over there is not that bad, but I love this orchid. It's really, really beautiful, and I'm very excited to repot it and then see how everything on the inside looks. And every time I water it, I wait until the inside, like, I can still see that foamy, like, puck thing that they like, I don't know, like the florally foam stuff that they plant them in. I can still see it in the middle, so I always wait until that is like completely dry, because I had a really pretty green orchid and then it died because it, oh my gosh, there's like a lump in my throat. Because I watered it too often, because everything out here was dry, but the puck was not dry. Gorgeous. This is just gorgeous. Smells so good. It has no smell. Then, I believe I have one more orchid to show. No, I have two more orchids to show. 1, 2. Yes. My collection, oh, you know what? I think I've just forgotten how many I've showed. My collection's not that small. Let me double check. Talked about the mold. Okay, so before I show you back up, sorry. one more orchid to show you. And then we'll get into my other exciting things and then my final bloom. So this guy, I don't see mold on him. He fell out of his pot again. This little elephant, you don't know that he fell out of his pot. This little elephant orchid, since I updated you last, he falls out of his pot so often. Why? Why does he fall out of his pot? I repotted him because he had mold growing, like just fuzzy white mold. So I repotted him because the fuzzy white mold just kept coming back. He's growing new roots. You can see a new root growing here. And I don't think this leaf is like new. It's still growing, but it's not like new news to me. I think it's been there for about a month. But it just keeps falling out of his pot. And then it gets super stressed. And then stressed and depressed. Look at it dance. But yeah, I don't know. It's fine. And I think it's really darling in the little elephant. Like I still love that little setup. So precious. That's about it. I mean, it's not really doing a whole lot of exciting stuff, but I wanted to get the update out there. Then, before I show you my orchid in bloom, first of all, it has already bloomed and the blooms are falling off now. So there's still like two that look really good, but it is not at its former glory, and I'll talk about all of that. But I did have my Hoya caryi bloom, and the blooms on that have already fallen because I wasn't recording videos. But I'll show you what it looks like. I cannot keep up with its vine that it's putting out right now. It is massive. Let me show it to you. It's huge, horrifically huge. And it already bloomed, and it has another peduncle forming, but like, what am I supposed to, I asked my brother to 3D print me a trellis, but what am I supposed to do with this? It's huge! I can't put it anywhere. It's huge. Like, I don't have a tape measure, but that thing's huge. I don't need a tape measure to diagnose that with huge. Like, it's just massive. And I have little blooms. And it was kind of funny because I purposely, like, dripped the sap so it would look like my Hoya caryi, like, ate someone. I thought it was kind of funny. But the spike, or the vine is huge. So I asked my brother to 3D print me, like, a nice tall trellis that I can bring it back down to. Because as of right now, it's still pretty soft. Hopefully, I don't damage it because I did accidentally damage my Hoya obovata. I cracked it. So hopefully I can get this trellised before it's too bad. If not, then like I can just let all of this set, cut it and root it, no problem, but I don't know. But here you can see the peduncle that had the flowers, right here. Can you see that? It's hard for me to figure out what you can't. There. That was the peduncle where it had the flowers, and looking at it, it looks like it's developing more blooms. I don't know what I'm doing with it that's making it so happy. It is very humid here. I bet it's really happy because of the humidity in this place. And then I have another peduncle. How cute! So I have two peduncles and like 6 million inches in vine. And I just cannot get it to stop. It's horrific. I have it hidden in like the laundry room because it won't stop. It will not stop. And in like literally just 2 weeks ago, it was only to like here. And now it's got that much more, like, it won't stop. It's massive. It's exciting. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. I'm happy. But I've never had a plant like this aggressively grow. Like, this thing is going nuts. And the only other time that I had a plant go this insane is when I potted up my Hoya obovata and it was just spitting out leaves. So apparently I do the Hoyas right, because this thing is really excited. And my sister has a Hoya obovata and Hoya caryi. It's where I got these guys from. She gave me like a cutting of them. She said her Hoya caryi has never bloomed. She's had her Hoya obovata bloom, but not her Hoya caryi. There was a guy out there messing with his belt. I was scared I was gonna see something crazy. But I don't know, because I'm about to get another bloom show. And on that peduncle, I had 20 blooms. That is so cute. cute. And the smell was very like, it smelled like burnt caramel. It was like, it smelled caramely, it smelled really sweet and nice, but it had like a tinge of burnt. I liked it, it was very pleasant, but it was not very strong. It wasn't that punchy lilac smell that I get from the, I think it's the Overdue. But the blooms were so cute and they like flipped their little leaves. I think I'll like the blooms of the Overdue more, but it was so rewarding and so exciting to get blooms on my little Hoya. And it does need watered. After I finish this video, I'll water everybody because I don't want anybody to get thirsty. But this guy's roots look great. I don't want to risk taking him out of the pot. I can't take him out of the pot. I was gonna take him out of the pot. I can't. I literally can do nothing. I can't, like, it's huge. And like up here is so gummy, but like down here, am I safe to bend this? Hopefully I can. I don't know. It's like at this point, am I better off just waiting? If anybody has watched this far enough to get to this point, should I just wait and let this whole spike set and then cut it back later and have 2 Overdue or carry-eye growths in here? I don't know. I just don't know. It's just massive. And walking around, I have to like, oh, I think my leaves are developing here. Oh, I did do an experiment. I rubbed the sap on a vine node and then on 2 leaves. I don't know, just for funsies. And they're kind of growing, but nothing that would make me think that the sap actually does anything. I don't know, it's just fun. And the sap is like gummy. Like it's like gummy. It's weird, like, can you see that? Ugh. I don't think you can see it, but it's like gummy. It's weird. Ugh. Anyway, that is my Hoya carry-eye. I don't know what to do. It's too big. Okay, then I have my final orchid to show, my mama orchid. And the blooms are falling, but she's already going back into vegetative growth, so she's really happy. Here she is. She had 5 blooms, and I was so excited. The entire process of watching the spike grow, learning how to stake it, seeing the buds forming, watching them pop open, the entire process was so exciting and so rewarding for me to have these orchids and then get to see one completely like do what it's meant to do. I was full of excitement and joy and love, and I was so thrilled. And it's just like, if you know, you know. It was so rewarding. I love this orchid. Of all of my orchids, this is probably my favorite orchid. She's had babies for me. She's bloomed for me. She's already going back into vegetative growth. If you look at the base, you can see a new leaf forming right here. And she's got new roots growing on the other side. There's like a little bump on the crown here. So she's already going back into vegetative growth. I adore this orchid. I just love this orchid. And it's had damaged it's been damaged a whole bunch of times, but like, she's just so precious to me. And the blooms were stunning. They were sparkly. I didn't even like, they were sparkly. It was gorgeous. And they have these like really beautiful dark lips on them. Gorgeous. And they were darker when they opened, so they've faded a bit now. And then we have, that one's my other oldest one, and then the one that's fading now. So I've already had 2 fall off. But it was so pretty, and they opened up perfectly where I could just hold it up like this and they were all like on display. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, it was everything to me. It was so exciting, so rewarding. I loved every bit of it. And the orchid itself is still doing great. I cannot express the excitement, like completely overjoyed. And last time I checked, there was no mold in here. And she's so drought tolerant. I love this orchid. I really do. There's new roots there. And new root there. That one's growing. That one's growing. That one's growing. That one's growing. Like, she's just so beautiful. I love this orchid. I love it. And yeah. Yeah. I'm just so thrilled. What is she? What are we hitting? Am I going crazy? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going crazy. It was beautiful. And I had it like spiked and then it would grow and I would have to spike it again, which is a whole process, but it was awesome for me to finally like get to do it all. It was great. I really loved the entire experience. Hold on, I'm gonna get you a little bit closer. All right, I'm gonna cover the camera because my mom watches my videos and she'll get woozy if the camera moves. So, oops. Oh, isn't she so pretty? Oh, these gorgeous, like, I just think these lips are so cute. And then they fade into that yellow at the very end. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am just so happy with this orchid. It brought me so much joy. Sorry about all the flashing. Sorry, Mom. I never meant to make you woozy. It just really gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm excited, even at this point, like I'm excited to watch all the blooms fall, and then the stick will go brown. Like the entire process, just stunning. I love it. I just love everything about it. I do. Like it's just gonna shrivel up, the blooms are gonna fall, and it'll make green growth again. I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. And then I'll be able to like just, whoo, I am so pale. Just gorgeous. I'll be able to wipe off the leaves and do little things like that. And I just love orchids. I do. But I think that's everything. Let's see. Yes, I think I've talked about everything that I needed to talk about. Sorry, Mom, that this video was long. My mom complains that my videos are too long. But I told her, Mom, they're long because the orchid people like long videos. And that's just what I like. And that's what Rogers Orchid does. And I love Rogers Orchids. So I believe that's everything I wanted to talk to you about today. I don't think I have anything too exciting in other plant news. I'll show you my one that's rooting and then I will let you guys go. This guy, no, I'm gonna knock over all my babies. No. Oh my gosh. These two are kind of annoying. I've got two rooting in one pot, but they're not good partners. So I have my Hoya obovata here. I just put it in here yesterday, so there's nothing exciting here. But this is my Pilea peperomioides. And I just put it in here 2 or 3 days ago. Look at all those. This guy was completely root rotted in the pot that he was in. So he just was always dropping leaves and dehydrated and he was just root rotted. So this time I think I'm going to add a little bit of bark into the pot to see if hopefully that will help him not get so root rotted. Like maybe I'm just overwatering him. But I thought he liked water. I don't know. I might just get like one of those stick hydrometers or get a chopstick. But so thrilling. And I have him in this cute little heart jar that I got at Goodwill. But this guy's really obnoxious. I should have, well, this is the one that broke off. So I couldn't really choose how long to make the stem. I would have cut it longer, but how sweet. So hopefully these guys root really well and then I'll have new plants. I love plants. Anyway, I think that is everything that I wanted to talk to you about. I will try to make more videos, but at this point, everything's kind of calm. So I'll update when I need to, or if I start to do new projects, I'll show you the new projects. But for now, I think that's everything that I needed to talk about. Thank you to anybody who watched this video. Thank you to anybody who stayed subscribed, even though it was 6 months of nothing. Thank you to my mom for watching my videos. And thank you to Rogers Orchids for being who you are. I really, truly love Rogers Orchids. He's so fun. I just love it. He's so fun. That's everything. So I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.